Everyone, my name is Lydia Mwesa, and Kevin had requested to start. So I think that is okay with me. If you allow me to invite Kevin Koech, if you are on this call already, if you are ready, you can start us off, please.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry. Okay, thank you. Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Kevin. I don't know about the rest.
Okay.
I can hear you very well.
Yeah, maybe you can just wave.
Continue, we can hear you.
Okay, so thank you. So this is Kevin Koech from Nakuru. And I'm privileged this evening to be one of the presenters with Lydia. And I thank God for the good health and also the life that I've seen until today. We are in good health wherever we are. And we pray to God that everyone is well in this call and also your families as well. I'm going to do a presentation on the art of doing a good presentation or persuasion. And I decided to do a PowerPoint presentation so that at least everyone could be able. I hope everyone can see the presentation.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so on a good presentation, so I was juggling with the art of having a good presentation and also persuasion. And also most of us are very good presenters, but at the end of the day, you find that you've done a good presentation, but people don't join the business. So it got me thinking wide. Why sometimes you can do a good presentation, but people do not join the business. It's just that we need to know the art of persuasion, how to persuade people also to join the business. And people need to say and match with you when you've done a good presentation, not by them saying that you are a good presenter, but they working with you throughout the journey. So there are 7 things that I learned here, that we need to have a good story. We need to tell a good story. And to tell a good story is translating business ideas into stories, by translating the volumes of the business into stories, by translating our own stories and being a good student. And and by doing this is having that ability not to have an extraordinary story, but your own story that you can really transform people, making yourself having that where you are, what you have done, and where you're heading. And that will actually transform people from one area to another area, making it simple, using less than 30 seconds to 2 minutes, and you'll have changed people, the people's life. You don't need to be a good orator or a good master in learning the stories, but just use the stories that you know. You can use the stories of your upline directors, you can use the stories of your downline distributors, or any other story that will be able to transform the life of the person that you're trying to engage in the business. Something else that I learned is that we need to have the accurate facts, the art of dealing and telling the truths and facts as it is. And you might realize that, for example, if you tell someone, for example, if it's 7:28 and you tell someone, if someone asks you for what is the time right now, if it's 7:28 and you tell them it's 7:30, that one is ineligible. It's not that much that can cost you the whole thing. But if you exaggerate about a story, it might end up not make people to join the business, because you might not know who are in that meeting where you are telling the story. So we need to have that fact of having the clear clear truth of the company, of the products, of what we are doing, of the people we are talking with, if they are youths, if they are older people, if they are mixed people. We need to have the truth so that we tell the facts as it is. And facts builds credibility at the end of the day. So someone say that when working with people, let them find out it was more than you promised and easier than you said. If they join the business, they will find out that is what it's supposed to be. Then something else, when doing a good presentation, or even when persuading people to join the business, you can use quotes from other people. You can borrow quotes that will help you transform the lives of people that you want them to join. For example, Winston Churchill uses this favorable quote: the truth is incontrovertible, malice may attack it, ignorance may deride it, but in the end, there it is. So it means if you say how the product will help the lives of the people, if you change that, the life of a person in terms of them improving their health-wise, them having financial literacy at the end of the day, them knowing what to do, you'll have improved the life of that person. And that is how they can join the business. It shows that you have done your homework and also passionate about the stories that you're saying. So you can use quotes when you're telling when you're presenting, or when you want to persuade people to join the business. Something else that you can use is straight talk. And this comes in handy, especially, sometimes it's very difficult. There are those people who are very difficult to talk to. And sometimes it means that you have to tell it as it is. And if you look at my presentation here, there's that thing where people say, whatever you sow, you will reap. But if you turn it, it's whatever you reap is what you've sown. It means if you tell them in that angle that, for example, if whatever you planted in your farm, if you don't like it, you need to go to the mirror and look at it, and you'll see the person who planted is the same person that you might be complaining about. Sometimes this manifests in people who have the attitudes, the problem of complaining all the time. If you just tell them that it's only you that can change your life, it's only you that can improve your health, then they will not have an option but to join the business. But of course, you need to give them good examples by using the stories, as I earlier said before, that ordinary stories that change people's life, that fills them, that motivates them, that encourages them to be one of us, and also to something else is use of oratory. And oratory is a dramatic way of saying something, or also dealing with problem of complaining. These are people who likes to complain. And also it's like the diseases of the attitude, where people always have attitudes. Before you talk to them, they already formed an attitude. Oh, in ile biashara, I'm sure you know. If you've talked with people, you know. So of course you need to learn how to deal with people. And I remember even yesterday where our president, Josephat, was saying that he had to buy a book on how to deal with difficult people. It's real. This thing is real. And I mean, you just need to learn more. You need to read more. You need to know how to handle people. And handling people, sometimes I always say handling people is difficult than handling animals. Because animals, when you tell them to go to this direction, they move. But people, you need to study. You need to improve your skills so that you can be able to learn more about them. And there's this quote that you can just tell someone, if you spend 5 minutes complaining and you have wasted 5, you've already wasted 5 or 5 things out of it. And you may have begun what's known as an economic cancer of the bone. They will soon haul you off into a financial desert, and there you will choke onto the dust of your own regret. As in a nutshell, this is just telling someone that if you don't take action, then, or if you don't plan, then you're planning to fail, in short. Also present a challenge. Presenting a challenge is everything, every day we need to present a challenge and also respond to it, not react to challenges, but also respond to challenges. And responding to challenges is putting yourself in their menu, in their minds, in their daily activities by telling them, let's go and do it. Let's go and do this thing. Let's go and read books. Let's do more than we can do. Let's go full speed, more than 110 kilometers. As in, let's do more than we are doing currently. If you do more than that, then you'll see the results. If we keep on doing the same things over and over and again, that is insanity. There will be no results. It's as simple as that. And lastly, we need to have passion when talking to people. And passion is all about emotions. And emotion is the spirit where you need to learn, you need to have that knowledge mixed with feelings. When you're talking with someone and you have that feeling that you really are passionate about this product, that this product will improve your life, you need to use examples. And in that examples, for example, you've said a story of how you use the products with one of your relatives and you've seen some changes. Automatically that person will join the business, or if not joining, he will take the products, and that will improve your PVs. And then putting yourself into the picture and let it flow from deep down. Putting yourself into a picture means that looking yourself in the level of that person. How is he or she interpreting the message that you are trying to pass through? That if it were you, if that person were telling, if the story you're saying cannot improve you, can it improve the person that you're telling that story? We need to look at in that angle. And I believe that will help us improve and also motivate people to join this business. Yeah, so that is it as presentation is concerned, and I believe you've learned some new thoughts, some new ideas. I try to congest as much as I can because of time, but I believe you've learned something out of it. I'll send the notes so that more people could learn. Thank you. Thank you, Pieros. Thank you, Josephat. Back to you.
Wow, thank you very much, Kevin. That is really exciting, wonderful. Congratulations. That was really a great presentation, and we thank God that you were able to research so well, and now you've given us really quality. And I know that if all of us are going to take up this, what we have been told by Kevin, or what we've been taught by Kevin, and put it into practice, we are going to make our presentations more exciting, more impactful, and we can be able to bring in more people into the business. We always say that Neolife or network marketing is an emotional business. There is always an emotional attachment to every decision that somebody is going to make about this business. So that is really key. We have to be interested in people, because we say that we don't really sell the products. We sell the benefit of the products. And once you show somebody the benefit of the products, then they will always make a decision based on how they are feeling about it. So those are really nice points that you've given us. And of course, you have also emphasized the fact that we are supposed to use our stories so that we can be able to present to people. So you realize that when you are telling people about maybe your testimony, it catches their attention more, because we say that facts tell, but stories sell. So let us use our stories as we've just been shown by Kevin. Thank you very much, Kevin. Now we go to Lydia so that we can be able to get into the next level. So Lydia, are you there?
Unmute yourself.
Okay, let me see whether Lydia is.
I guess
You've muted again.
Lydia, you are muted. Yes, you can now unmute yourself.
Lydia, you need to unmute yourself, Lydia.
Okay, can somebody hear me?
Yeah, now you're okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry for that hitch. I'm excited to be able to share with you on heart health. My name is Lydia Mwesa, for the sake of our new distributors. And I'm 9 years old in the new life. And I'm excited about health, of course, and wealth and lifestyle. But let me just talk about the topic that I've been given on heart health. And I'll just say things perhaps that are very familiar, but I'm glad that we are able to remind ourselves of some of these important facts concerning the health of this very important organ in our body, which is situated almost the left side of our breastbone, on our left, big kidogo, not a lot. They say it has the size of a fist, and we know that mainly the heart pumps blood, through the arteries throughout our body. Okay, so the heart and the arteries therein, they make the system that we call cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system. So when we are talking about the heart, actually we are talking about the whole cardiovascular system, the heart itself and all the arteries that carry blood to our body and from parts of our bodies back into the heart. So what is the function of the heart? As already we have said, there's a pump, and we are told that it beats, I didn't know it beats, so much, 60 to 100 times per minute, the heart is beating. And we don't have to experience it, but it beats, okay? And they say that with each heartbeat, the heart sends blood throughout the body, carrying oxygen to every cell, even to the 73 trillion cells of our body, okay? And after the blood delivers the oxygen and the other nutrients, of course, there's something else that it does. It takes back the used oxygen the used oxygen, which is called carbon dioxide, back to the heart, okay? So as it sends blood to the lungs, to the legs, to the brain, to every part, the heart also collects what the body cannot use, the used substances, sometimes toxins, and back to the heart. So that is the air that it brings back in the blood back to the heart is deoxygenated blood, and it has a lot of waste products, okay? So the heart really serves us. It supplies nutrients to all parts of the body, and it also kind of cleanses by taking away waste from the parts of the bodies, and it pumps it back to the heart so that it gets oxygenated, okay? As it passes through the lungs, it carries oxygen, comes back and other nutrients from different parts of the body, and it is cleansed, and then it is sent back with oxygen and other nutrients into the body, okay? The heart also maintains blood pressure. Okay. It maintains the correct blood pressure. So we can say that the heart has three main functions: transporting oxygen, carbon dioxide, and the nutrients. Okay. It also helps in clotting open wounds, as it supplies the oxygen and the nutrients needed by the body, and it regulates body temperature. So thus we can see that the heart is one of the most important organs, if not the most important organ, is one of the most important organs we have. And so we must, it needs to be helped to keep healthy and strong so that it can continue to serve us. So how, of course, keeping the heart healthy and strong means preventing it from getting disease, from getting sick. So how do we prevent the heart from getting sick? Number one, we need to eat healthy. And that is what we are experts of, eating healthy, meaning a balanced diet, okay? With the guidelines that is given by the World Health Organization, eating health, a balanced diet, with taking care of, with the minimum salt, sugar, but with lots of fish, with whole grain, with fruits and vegetables, and all the other important food nutrients that we need to be able to maintain our wellness triangle as the World Health Organization gives us. Number two, we need to be up to exercises. They say at least 30 minutes for at least 3 days in a week, okay? Because exercises give the muscles of the body the health that it need, that they need, so that our bodies can be flexible, the muscles can be able to move the part of the body that can be moving, okay? And we know that the heart itself is muscle, and we understand that because that is why it is able to contract and expand as it is working, as it beats. So we need to do good exercise for those muscles of the heart, as well as other muscles, to remain healthy. Number three, we need to stay at a healthy weight check. So check our weight regularly to stay at a healthy weight. And that we know that our height should correspond to our weight, and we need to keep getting weighed, at certain intervals to check on that, especially if you know that you have a tendency of putting on weight very fast. It's good to keep on checking. But even if you don't, it's good to keep checking. Number four, quit smoking, and of course taking alcohol, because those two substances add toxins into the body, and that can make the heart sick. As it works so hard to get rid of them. It's overworking it. We should try as much as we can to stay away from those two. Then number five, you need to control your cholesterol, my cholesterol. Because when we control the cholesterol, there are needed fats in our body, then we are able to control the blood pressure, and that taking care of the health of the heart. Then number six, we need to avoid, to manage stress, because stress can also, stress the heart. So let's manage stress. And then have your blood pressure and blood sugar checked regularly, so that in the event that something is happening, it is detected early enough and the heart is checked, and the things are rectified in the body system to maintain the heart, the health of the heart. But we do know that even when we know all these things, and especially in the area of diet, that is really the major issue in the area of keeping our health intact. We know that we don't really address diet issues very well, because there's that which we are used to eating. And again, we know that our foods are depleted of so many of the nutrients because of the way they are grown and they are stored and they are processed and things like that. So that means that we need to be on the alert that chochote chaweza kutokea, so that we can check on our hearts. Because we can watch, especially for signs. There are 4 signs that can be an indication of the fact that your heart is quietly failing. What are these 4 signs that the heart may be quietly failing? Number 1, shortness of breath. Especially when you exert yourself or when you lie down, you feel you're not breathing as good as you should be. There's some blockage, the air is not flowing very well. So shortness of breath. Number 2, fatigue and weakness. Without any explanation, you just generally tend to feel fatigued and the body is weak. Number 3, swelling in your legs. If you notice this swelling of legs, especially around the ankles, that's when it is where it is noticed, especially. Even swelling of the feet, get checked. See the doctor to check the condition of your heart. It could be an indicator of something is not good with the heart. Then number 4, one can experience rapid or irregular heartbeat. Rapid or irregular heartbeat. Now, sometimes you may feel it, but it's good when you go for checkups at the doctor and they check your heart, they can always be able to detect things like that. Then number 5, one experiences a reduced ability to exercise. You are not able to exercise because you don't have the energy, you are weak. Okay. Then number 6, a persistent cough or wheezing. Persistent cough or wheezing. Okay. When you cough, the cough can have, the spectrum, the spectorant can have a pink blood color. That one may be an indication that that something is not good at the heart. It's good to be checked. Then also, one can begin to experience cardiovascular diseases. Cardiovascular diseases, okay? These are diseases that attack the heart, that have to do with the heart, indicating the heart is not healthy. Like hypertension, okay, is an indication of a heart which is not healthy. Hypertension is high blood pressure. If that is, you are found to have the blood pressure is going up. Or sometimes it could be a problem with the muscles, in the disease of the cardiac muscles. The muscles can also get sick, and the doctor will detect this, and that would indicate the fact that the heart is not healthy. Or even something that they call heart failure, where the heart is stopping, it's not working. It's not working, okay? Or even abnormalities of heart rhythm. for a healthy heart must maintain a specific rhythm. And therefore, if that is not the case, then it sounds an alarm that the heart is not healthy. Then another indication that the heart is not healthy is a stroke. When one experiences a stroke, whether it is mild or major, because even when it is mild, it affects a certain part of the body, and it is a stroke. It's an indication that the heart is not healthy. Therefore, we need to be on the alert to check on those indications, and there can be no other better way of making sure. Of course, we can't just live anyhow as we try to live the expected healthy lifestyle and eating well and exercise and all things that we have mentioned. We know the shortcomings, you know, of those things that we should do, of the food, of the fact that we don't have a lot of time for exercises, sometimes because of busy schedules and things like that. The wisest alternative would be to keep yourself on supplementation to maintain heart health. We recommend new life supplements that keep the heart healthy. Which are some of these supplements? Number one, omega-3 salmon oil plus. Of course, at the back of our minds, we know that we are having pro-vitality, okay? But we just want to be specific in some of those supplements within the product of pro-vitality and some not in pro-vitality that enhance heart health. So omega-3 salmon oil plus, okay? It is recommended that we take 2 each day, though myself I take 3, just to make sure I am okay, I have enough in the body. I love my body because Jesus loves it. He died for me. You know, he died for my life and my body together, by the way. So I take 3, so, but at least 2 capsules every day. Now, why? Because omega-3 has 8 omega-3 fatty acids, and we know that these help us and protect us from inflammation. We have said that one of the symptoms of heart disease is swelling of legs, of ankles, and feet, and things at places like that. So it is an anti-inflammatory product. Okay. It also lowers and improves cholesterol levels. It has a way of emulsifying liquid, you know, making the cholesterol liquid in a way that it is able to flow through instead of clogging and filling up the arteries. And that is very healthy. Then, hence, it improves the blood flow. Improving brain health. It promotes brain health. And also aids in weight management, because one of the causes of overweight is cholesterol clogging in our blood vessels. So omega-3 salmon is very important. Number 2, product, Lipotropic Adjunct. It's recommended that we take 2 Lipotropic Adjuncts daily. How does that contribute to heart health? Okay. It resists fats from building up in the cells. So it prevents the building up of fats and prevents oxidation of cholesterol, where, because of toxins that are being flowing in the blood to be, taken out of the body, the cholesterol may become rusty. We talk about radicals, rusty. And so lipotropic will prevent that, because that can cause more trouble, more toxins in the blood. Then next, it has it has proteins which help keep lipids emulsified. I think we have said that in the blood system. The lipids, the oils, the properties in the lipotropic will help the fats to become liquid. Then lipotropic adjunct also has folic acid and vitamins, like vitamins B6 and B12, that are important for the right texture of the blood. So that's why it is important for heart health. Then number 3 product is a phytodefense, that we need to take 1 sachet daily. And we know that 1 sachet has 3 capsules of carotenoids, 2 capsules of flavonoids, and 1 capsule of cruciferous. And all these products are derived from fruits and vegetables. And therefore, they are able to support natural immunity so that we maintain immunity. They maximize, therefore, our health, because they protect the system, the cardiovascular system, to ensure that it is good. Phytodefense also has properties that prevent inflammation. And also, they reduce stress in the whole cardiovascular system. Okay. The properties of these products also prevent tumors from growing in our bodies. They also prevent osteoporosis, which is the wearing out of the cells of the bones. Okay. They also prevent some kinds of cancer, like lung cancer, prostate cancer, breast cancer, because they promote cellular health. They promote cellular health, and that is why the properties of these defense products are able to protect us from such cancers, which are most of the common, some of the most common cancers that people get. Then product number 3 is garlic allium complex. Garlic allium complex, that we need to take 2 tablets daily. 2 tablets daily. Okay, why? Because it contains vegetables like onions, chives, leeks, and other vegetables that are very healthy to maintain the right blood pressure. They also maintain the healthy healthy cholesterol levels, maintaining healthy cholesterol levels, maintaining also normal cell growth so that the cells grow well. Okay, and therefore they're able to resist infections. Okay? Because that's why we say that garlic allium is a natural, it's a natural, it's an antibiotic, because its properties lowers risks of infection. Then the other product is vitamin E, and that's the last product, vitamin E. We take 2 daily because it will protect the cell membrane and the cell itself and the lipids against oxidation, so that they don't damage the arteries, and therefore support the heart health. Then they support healthy circulation of the blood, the vitamin E properties, Then it maintains normal cholesterol levels. So you can see these supplements support one another in contributing the similar to the different, the heart must be addressed as heart. It maintains healthy cellular functions and supports heart, brain, and prostate health, as it promotes cancer and colon health. So vitamin E properties, which are different kinds of proteins and minerals and vitamins, work very well with the other products just to maximize the health of the heart, to prevent the heart from getting sick. And that is the direction that we should go. The good news is, in the event that someone has a health, a heart health issue, and they use these products, they still get the same benefits and they get better, even as they see the doctor, because the supplements of New Life, that they do not replace the doctor's medicine. So with those very, very few words, I appreciate that you are able to listen, and I pray that you got something that you added to the knowledge that you already have in regard to heart health. So I'd like to return the meeting back to our dear PTs so that they can take us to the end of the meeting. Thank you very much, our PTs. Can you hear me?
Very well, and thank you very much, Lydia, for that elaborate discussion. Yes, that's one of the key issues that many people are wrestling with. And it's only when you have that kind of information that you can have the courage to share the products with the clients. So thank you, Mwesa, for taking your precious time to take us through a very rich discussion. The idea, distributors, is to equip you so that you are not dependent on your director for every situation that you face. And so we'll be handling other challenges as well with time, so that anytime you're asked, what should I recommend for arthritis, you don't have to call your upline director. The worst case scenario is where a client is with you and you cannot respond directly, and you start telling them, let me ask. Now you lose that customer. Or if they buy from you, they will buy for lack of otherwise, but from that point, moving forward, they will start looking for another source. So that's very important, and let's not just depend on what we've been taught in these trainings. Let's also really take time to read the product catalog, our back office. If you go to your back office, then shop products, then there are categories. Now, if you click on the drop down and that arrow, it will open different categories: heart products, immunity products, digestive products, all those kind of categories. So let's take advantage of all these so that we are well equipped. Now, wow, that was a heavy evening for the two wonderful topics. We really appreciate. Now we got to the light one. This one, you don't have to use a lot of mental energy to participate. It's the recognition. And the month is coming through quite well in terms of sponsoring. Although people have not started really doing their PVs the way we should, now we need to accelerate. The first 1 week, sort of people are gaining momentum. Now we are on high momentum. Don't be left behind. Don't be left behind. So let me go straight to the recognition. And please be with me as I do this, because it's very exciting to see that very exciting to see that people are sponsoring. And I'm excited to say that people are starting to believe in themselves. I've seen people who have not sponsored before. Now they are the ones in the list. So anyone can chop in sponsoring. And this is the main thing. By the way, even if you don't master many other things, and you master this, the art of sponsoring, then you are good to go. That is, if you want to get to the top. If your dream is to just become a senior manager or highest director, then you must not really sponsor. But if your dream is to go to world team and start traveling around the world, then you must sponsor. You must sponsor, because only when you have a director in your network will you become a sapphire and you start traveling around. And let me tell you, by the way, those who have not traveled for lifestyle, sio kikazi, I know some of us have traveled on duty. That is stress. You carry stress from Kenya to US or to Australia, wherever. But we are talking of traveling for a holiday. So sponsoring is not optional. Now let's go to sponsoring. And before we do the sponsoring for this, recognition for this month's sponsoring, I want to recognize a couple that we missed last month because of system error, which was since then corrected, and therefore we need to correct this omission. And apologies to this. And in our sponsoring last month, we had a tie in position 2. There was Lydia Mwesa, whom we recognized. So Lydia Mwesa, we really appreciate that great job. But tying with Lydia Mwesa in position number 2, having sponsored 5 personal, are none other than Haron and Damaris Masharia, our directors here in Nairobi. That's the wonderful couple there. You know, guys who are moving all the way. They are always telling me they have the energy of becoming PTs, and for sure we cannot wait to see them become PTs. And as we promised, when you sponsor 5 people rather, if you sponsor 5 people, then you get 3,000 Kenya shillings. And Haron confirmed receipt of that incentive. And he was like, what a way of enjoying the dinner tonight. By the way, anyone in this call, surely what would happen if you decided this end of the month, I'm getting the 3,000 Kenya shillings? Why are you allergic to money? I wish I had someone giving me this. I would never miss. But those who are going all the way to sponsor 10, I know Sophie Othwal has the target of 10 this month. I have the information. Information has already leaked out. You know, you get 10,000 Kenya shillings by sponsoring 10 personal. So Masha, you can double that and you get to 10,000 Kenya shillings. So well done, guys. Congratulations, Aaron and Damaris, for a great job done. Now we quickly go to March 2021 this month. And we have just, I think, in the first 1 week. And we have people who have already sponsored 1 person. Personal sponsoring, 1 person. We start with Koech Florence, our world team in Nakuru, congratulations. And then we go to Sylvia and Chadwick Buibo, well done, congratulations. Then we have Father Lucas Juma, well done. Then we have Lynette Obenga, congratulations. Kirago Eunice, well done. Then we have all the way from Sweden, Sabina Kenywa, congratulations. Now our sister Laura Shayo in Tanzania, congratulations. And then we have Lydia Mwesa, our tonight presenter, well done. And Grace Akinyi, all the way from Kisumu. Congratulations, guys. That's a good start. And if you have already sponsored one within the first few days, what about in the rest of the month? Go for it, 10 or whatever the number, go for it. Now, the highest as it is now is someone who has sponsored 2, and it's a tie. Therefore, they are position number 1. Amazing. Aha, personal sponsoring 2. And we have Lucy Dirango. Congratulations here in Nairobi. That's a very exciting performance for you, Lucy. We are very proud of you, our upcoming director. And of course, signs are there, as I've already hinted. Sophie Noswal has already sponsored 2, so she has only 8 to go. Wow. Wow, congratulations. Those are our giants as it is. Please maintain that position. While we come up to catch up with you, move as fast as you can. Now, let's go to personal PVs. This is where we need now to accelerate. People have just started. I think they were warming up. So we start with position number 10, Elizabeth and Charles Betts, our brand new directors there. And with 130 PVs. Then we go to Lydia Mwesa, position number 9, 140. Milka Koech, all the way from Finland, 148. Josphat and Pierce, 153. Then Berida Oguta, 190. Congratulations. Pauline Nyamo, 196. Janet Mogaka, all the way from US, 214. And then in top 3, we have Okumu Makogora, 248 here in Nairobi. Congratulations, Okumu Makogora. And then position number 2, we have Chadwick and Sylvia Buibo. Congratulations, 251. And guess what? Position number 1 goes to our next director this month of March, none other than Alice Monyenze. Wow. Congratulations, 365. I am very sure that Alice, you are going to maintain that position 1 to the end. And moving forward, first I want to remind us that we still have the botanical, and please, let's be very accurate on this, please. You must get it as it is. Don't do 3/4 of what is required and you sit back and start celebrating. Just master this. If you can screenshot it, the better. We are saying if you are a distributor, not yet a senior manager or a manager, just step up to either manager or to senior manager and you qualify for a free botanical balance. If you are already a manager as it is, then this month of March, do 500 points with your team and then sponsor 2 people directly under yourself who must have more than 100 personal points each, and you get your botanical balance for free. Now, if you are a senior manager or even a manager, but you close the month with 1,000 QPV, that is with your entire team 1,000, and you sponsor 2 new people with 100 points each, then you get 2 bottles of botanical balance. It is as simple as that. Please, let's make sure we do that, because some people were able to sponsor 1 person and step up, rather get 500 points as managers or 1,000, but they missed out the other one person. Or you sponsor 2, but they don't have 100 points. So let's check on that. Now, there is this special incentive that all those who are becoming directors in the month of March, we are inviting you, together with the existing directors, we are inviting you to a 5-star hotel breakfast. This is where we have our best lifestyle locally before we start flying out. And I am suggesting this. Treat this month of March as if it's the only month you have to do your business. Do the unusual. If you do the usual, you get usual results. So this month, go crazy. die with it, die for it. Let's make sure you become a fully qualified director. Remember all those who opened the window last month. We had almost 50 of you opening the window last month. If you do 4,000 points this month, with the 250 points being personal, then you have become a fully qualified director. What is holding you back? Let's go for it, leaders. And I will be so excited with the PROs here. We'll be so excited to host you in this kind of classic breakfast at the, at the beginning of April. That is end of this month. So thank you so much. And we want to stop at this.